What's up everybody, Captain Brad 15 here, and today we are making a auto sorter in Minecraft Bedrock 1.21.9 or 1.21.111 if you're playing on Bedrock. So yeah, let's hop right into it. So start off with, let's come over to here. These are all of the blocks you are going to need to make this auto sorter. You'll need 55 hoppers, 9 redstone comparators, 27 redstone dust, 9 redstone torches, 9 redstone repeaters, 3 stacks of glass, and then 13 on the side. Just under a stack of wool. 10 of any type of stair. Also the glass, by the way, can be any block you really want. You'll need 58 normal chests, 2 waxed copper chests, and then you'll need 10 copper blocks and 10 carved pumpkins to make the copper golems. So let's just collect all of these. Hold on. This is gonna take me a second. There we go. So now let's start off with the auto sorter system, shall we? So I haven't got, if you're playing survival, by the way, just get about like a stack of dirt, because I'm going to build this in survival actually. Get about like a stack of dirt, just so it's easier for you to build. So we're going to want to make 3 block high rows of double chests. Now you are going to want to leave 2 chests for later. I will explain why in a minute, but we've just got to first of all get the actual part which sorts out of the way first. So once you have done this, we are going to add in the hoppers. Oh, I forgot to get a pickaxe, but it's fine. Got to get a pickaxe, but that's fine. Make sure you also stay on the block you're using, preferably. I've made a bit of a mistake here. I don't know what's going on here. Well, you can have as many chests as you want, but for every chest you will need an extra 2 hoppers. I would say stay 3 blocks high. So for every 2 chests, you will add 1 hopper. So now we're going to add hoppers onto the back of every single chest. And then we are also going to want to add a little chest just here for any stuff which shouldn't go into any of these. So now we are going to want to make a hopper pillar going 2 blocks higher than this last row of hoppers chests here, and just extend it out to about 5 or 6 blocks over the end of this hopper here. Just like that. So as we can see, this is the hoppers and chests sorted. Now we're going to place a chest up here, just like that. This is where the copper golems will place all of their stuff into after it's been collected down the bottom here, which we've not made yet. So now next up is the actual redstone part of it. So we're going to need some red wool, a repeater, torch, dust, and a comparator. So on this top row of hoppers here, you're going to place a full line of red wool. Then build the same. Now build 2 blocks back and repeat that across all of this. Now we're going to want to go a block downwards, so place a support block there, then wool there, break this, then we're going to go a line of wool underneath here, making sure to align at the end with a line of wool here. I would not actually place this wool in though yet until we've placed in all of our repeaters just along here. But obviously you can place down the wool if you want, but it will just be a lot harder later on. But so we're now going to go another line of wool in front of these repeaters, like so, and then support block, wool, and a row behind. On these blocks in front, we are going to place down redstone torches, making sure they are placed like this. All of these repeaters, by the way, should have no tick. So, and it's raining. That's fun. It doesn't matter if it's raining. Now you're going to want to place a comparator on every single one of these blocks here, and behind each one 3 blocks of 3 redstone dust, 2 on the top and then 1 on the bottom. Now repeat this for every single comparator. Now we're going to need our hoppers again. That's the chest. Hopper, there we go. Now we're going to want to place the hoppers facing into the comparator, like so. So just like this. It's not facing in, so it's not facing inwards. This system will not work. Don't ask me why, I have no idea. But just it don't. So we're gonna place it like this on every. Why are you being placed up there for? So we're gonna place on every single comparator. On my days, couldn't stop placing up there. So this is the auto sort bit sorted. We will come back to this in a minute. Once we have sorted out our copper golem situation. So, I'm going to grab our 2 copper chests. We're just going to place these right about here. We want 1 block sticking out as... Actually, no, we're not going to place it there. We're going to have it here. And we're going to need our glass. So this should add up to about how I need it to. If we... So we're going to build up the walls, like so. Want them to go 2 blocks above the floor, which would be a block below the chest. That is where the floor level is going to be. Obviously, remember, you don't have to use glass. I'm just using it for all the videos so you can actually see what I'm doing the entire way through. I do not know why I'm crouched, but I am. Now you can make this room as big or as small as you want it. Honestly, this room does have to fit 10 copper golems in it, and leave enough room for them to go up and down the stairs. So I'd say this size room is going to be actually quite small for it, but it's not going to matter too much. Actually, no, that's going to be way too small. It's going to be way too small. I'm going to come out another like 2 or 3 blocks, maybe. But yeah, about there. So you can make this room as big as you need it to hold all of your copper golems. 10 is the ideal amount, but honestly, you can go more if you want to. But just beware, it might the system might take, yes, it might take less time. Also, it will cause the copper golems to get stuck if you spawn too many. So that's why I've only gone for 10, as they're high efficiency, and you can also use them. You can also rely on them to not get jammed on each other. So yeah, I'm now finishing up this cage for them. So I'm building this out of glass. Now, because the copper golems only take 16 items at a time, the system 10 should be enough for just about anything. Obviously, the more the better, but for now I'm just sticking with 10. Christ, my neck's hurting. Alright, can we just draw up an image I drew about 5 minutes ago of how I'm sitting? Please, because my neck is killing me sitting in this position for so long. Anyway, back to building. Okay. And we are done with the enclosure, but now we're going to have to break some glass. Ow, my neck. So, coming over to... Sorry about that, guys, it's me moving about in my bed. Coming over to here, we're going to want to break about 3 blocks. And we are going to want our wool and stairs. Yet again, it does not have to be wool or stairs in these blocks, but I'm using it just to make life a little bit easier for me. Now, stairs you do need, as copper golems cannot jump, but the wool is perfectly fine. Wool is not required in any way, shape, or form. So, now that you've got this up here, you're going to want to actually make it so you can get through as well. You're going to need to spawn in your copper golem. So you're going to grab your blocks of copper and your pumpkins, which you do not place on your head, if they've got cursor binding on. You're going to place down 10 of these, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then make them all into copper golems. So once you've spawned them all in, you will want to destroy the chests. Oh god. Otherwise the system will not work properly. I'll do it. Now copper golems don't take full damage, which I do find very amusing. So look, they're all now gathering down by this copper chest, waiting for stuff to be put into it. If we would just put in the copper blocks here, and you see they literally got emptied instantly. Which guy has them? Ah, this guy. He's come up here with them, and he's now going to come drop it off into this chest here. Where it will then come through the system. Because there's no auto sort of put in here yet, it should come into here. Now, we're going to want to pull out some dirt and an anvil, which if you've got 10 copper golems, should be able to have you should have about 10 anvils. Just gonna want to rename your dirt. I'm gonna name it hello. I'm gonna name it. We're gonna name my dirt chest, because why not? This is now chest. And then, if you've made an auto sort before, you know how this part goes. You want to place 4 in each of these. Just like so. For every single hopper goat which is facing into the comparator. So it's not facing into the comparator, this will not work. I definitely did not forget one, so let's go fix that. You're not supposed to fill all 5 of them, by the way. These only act as filler blocks to prevent the overfilling of the hoppers. To prevent other things coming in. As well as stuff coming to actually sort the stuff. So now that we've done that, we're going to come around the other side, make sure all of these are on and only this front row is lit up. Now we're going to get the stuff we actually want to sort. So we're going to do copper, iron, netherite scrap, netherite ingot, gold nugget, gold, emerald, iron nugget, diamond. Why not? Don't know how many I've done here, so we're now going to place a stack of these into each one. So make sure every single hopper has got something in it. I'm going to need one more item, are you kidding me? Oh, they've added copper nuggets as well. Yeah, we'll put some copper nuggets in as well. Seeing as they are new. And I've never seen them before. So now, you should see 23 of each item in this bottom chest. If you don't, then I do not know what's gone wrong with your system. But you will just have to check that you've done everything correctly. So, let's grab all of my stuff from in here. Plus a bit of stuff which we haven't put in the thing as well. Just to show you how this machine works. So, we're going to come over to here. As you can see, all the copper golems are waiting for us. We're just going to chuck everything into here. Like so. Now, as you can see, copper golems that are taking all the stuff away. Taking it up to here. And putting it all in this chest. Where it's going through the system. And into their corresponding chests. Obviously, you can make more than 10, but if you can afford it, make more than 10, definitely go for it. Will be worth the effort if you've got a lot of stuff like this. Where the hell have you guys gotten out? Oh, they're climbing over the chest. No. No more climbing over the chest. Breaking the system, you. They're taking stuff out the chests. No! This is not what I planned. No, go away. Oh, God. That is not what I expected to happen. Why were they climbing over? So now that is me having to now rummage through these chests, see if they put anything in them. Why is there bricks in this chest? Why is there diamonds in that second chest? Why don't say there's anything in these chests as well? Yeah, that was not supposed to happen. Make sure you place 2 glass blocks above the chest. Okay, oh my days. I don't like having to go through all these chests, but it's kind of required now. It's the annoying thing. See if they've put anything else anywhere. Days. Okay. Oh, no. They've put the diamonds have gone into the diamond chest. That's good. And all the copper nuggets have gone into the copper nugget chest. That's also pretty good. And then we've got cacao beans in here, but we're gonna take everything out of the system again. You know, counterintuitive. So we want the system to work flawlessly without the system breaking on me. So before trying it out, make sure you've got those 2 blocks up the top. Otherwise, you are more than definitely screwed. We'll have to spend your next 48 hours trying to fix the issue you didn't even know existed. Let's just collect everything. I'm just going to get some copper golem spawn eggs, as I cannot physically be bothered to get all the spawn them in, naturally. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, there we go. 10 of these guys. Now that they can't get out, I'm going to just place these here for extra measure. They've also got stuff already. Pig, move. Thank you. I'm just going to chuck all of this in here. Okay, 10 might actually be a bit too little. I'm going to just grab these again. You can spawn 10, but from this size, we could definitely go, like... You can go as many as you really feel like you need. I might actually get a few more, because I do not feel like this is enough. That should be enough when they just scatter. There we go. Yeah, that's enough. That is a lot better. So I'm going to do a quick fly around, so you make sure everything is correct. And then that will be the end of today's video. So just make sure everything's correct. You've got copper golems in here. This is a copper chest, not a regular chest. And make sure these are all pointing inwards towards, pointing outwards towards the repeater, the comparator. Then make sure we've got all of these on one tick. So once these guys have stopped moving about, which by the looks of things they have all done. I think, oh no, there's still some stuff down here. So the system is not empty yet. So I'm just going to run it. Oh my days, why is it such a jam up here? I might actually place down some more chests up here, so... So this might be a bit of a task, but, you know, who said I'm not up for a challenge? I just want to be able to get as many stuff into the system as possible. So you've got to be really quick if you want to do what I'm doing currently. And make sure they don't do that. Because now they've got to all walk back up again. Obviously the system will still work even if you've added more chests. These guys do need to move though. Just obviously if you do add more chests, make sure they are secure and nothing can get to them. Nothing can climb over them. Okay, that's one done. Now they're going to go into this one. It's definitely sped up the production a bit, but you can hurry up, Copper Golem. Other people waiting in the queue. There we go. Now we've got double the efficiency coming into the system. Adding that will not jam the system, it just does speed it up a bit. Obviously you can make this look as nice as you want, but this, as long as this block is a transparent block such as a stair, you can then open this freely. So yeah, that is all from me. If you have enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.